And we're live.
That was
And
clean.
we're live. And we're not live. We're there. Tony.
Tony's not alive.
Tony's singing about all of the memories from his life as he goes into the afterlife.
All the mistakes he's made.
He's like 100-year-old man thinking of an early childhood memory of him plucking a daisy from the ground and watching a
Citizen
bee
Kane
crawl
hours.
on it.
Indeed.
Yeah. Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane. Yeah, dude. Real quick at the top of the show, I just want to shout out to my cousin Samantha's boyfriend. Apparently you are a fan of mine and a listener of Welcome Boke, so I just want to say thank you.
And you better be listening to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially this one.
I made
You
it
better
easy for
find
you. I made
Connor
it at the
and
beginning of
thank
the
him for this
episode.
shout out in person. No,
No, I will not. That'll
So-
probably not happen for a long while.
give
if
him a
ever.
handshake.
So
So yeah, be grateful.
Yeah,
Be grateful. We
consider
acknowledged it.
yourself famous now that I mentioned. that
Yeah.
there's someone who dates my cousin.
Very
Except
generous
that
of
little
you
bump.
to
You know what I'm saying?
Consider
spread
yourself
the wealth of
famous.
fame.
Yeah, dude.
Must be nice.
It must be. How's everyone doing? We're here. Marcus, what are you vaping on? A little tobacco.
This is it's called Bloom. It is a disposable.
Got a little
Disposable
bit
backy
I
or
don't-
Banabis?
It's a Banabis. The only tobacco I smoke is cigars. brother.
Wow.
Banabis.
Batista.
Bananas
It's
Banana Banana.
Cannabis Batista.
is this indica or Batista?
I'm a Batista down at Starbucks.
You smoking that Dave pack? Smoking that?
Batista.
Batista.
Batista's Batista
Indica
bites.
indica makes you tired. Batista gets you thinking.
Now,
It gets you up.
Dave, I have a great idea for a frozen meal brand that we're going to build around you. It's called Batista's Batista Bites, and we're going to make this an international hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Batista's
Tasters. All right.
Oh,
I like that.
We could bring this to market.
Remember in Ratatouille where like one of the side plots was like the new chef was letting them
was
sell
literally just thinking
microwave
about that.
dinners based on some Chef Boyardee shit.
We don't sell corn dogs. We sell corn puppies. I remember that.
Literally
fathers.
fucking capitalism.
Take out Chinese. What's his fucking name?
Young capital.
Speaking of fucking I just saw this thing randomly while I was taking a shit. Fucking
You were both
apparently
shitting.
yes. Fucking apparently Channel 5's entire Patreon got like wiped by Vimeo. And Vimeo was like, yeah, you owe us $16,000 for video hosting. And they were like, yo, what? Like,
Right.
we've uploaded this to Patreon. Since when the fuck is this a Vimeo thing? And I'm
That's
just
why
like,
we
yeah,
got to be
damn.
ready to build
That's exactly
just our
my
own
point.
shit. Yeah, man.
That's exactly my point,
We
Connor.
got to build our own shit. Fuck these companies, dude.
Fuck 'em. You know, I am surprised
Vimeo,
that,
who
like,
the fuck are you? What do you do? What do you make for the world? Nothing. Fucking hosting site.
nothing. I am surprised that Patreon is still like the main thing for that.
Yeah, dude.
Start a web store.
And there's other like initiatives like of people trying to do shit like that. Some of them have not worked, but I feel like if we built it from the ground up, something like that, then people would really be in trouble because
Yeah. I'm
Once
even
you
just
have-
surprised that
once you
people
have a
don't
model
their
where
own-
there's not people just owning the shit and they can't just kick you out of what you're doing and you have true freedom.
Are you talking about a socialist social media?
And you're talking about a revolution of relations.
Right, but like even beyond that, like I'm
Have you heard of
surprised
the
that
band Revolution?
no one's made like an open source like platform like that or like created like just the idea of making your own website is so like fucking foreign now unless you're like actively selling something. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's why you, the viewer, should check out the Dual Power App project. where they're trying to make basically social media that's owned by the people who create the stuff. Cooperative, worker owned.
Dual power.
Check it the fuck out, you motherfucker.
Dual penis. It's a dual penis model.
The Kimbo penis.
Our job and our goal is to give everyone a second penis.
One
Right,
for
we're
home.
not going into that bit because I'm
All
not
right,
about
I'm
to
sorry.
make fun of the name of
sorry.
that organization, but I could.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
But
I'm
we're-
not making
and
fun.
that's a
It's just funny.
No,
it's just
and that's a funny bit. But listen, someone might listen to this in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Be like, yeah, you mentioned the dual power project, and then there was 8 minutes of the dual penis project. So thanks for that. So I'm trying to. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to avoid that out of respect.
Yeah.
Right. All respect in the world. Funny bit.
There
Funny
are
idea.
There are people with 2 penises.
We can have
out there.
both. That is also true. Shout out them. Killing it.
Shout out them and theirs.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Sorry, I meant shout out them.
Shout out them.
Shout out
Fuck
them.
That's how British people say fuck people with 2 dicks. Fuck the 2 dicks. You fucking twats.
Fuck. Twats only. Fuck the 2 dick.
Hey, Max, shut the fuck up real quick. 1 second.
Tony, you got to talk more.
I'm sorry.
Because he interrupted me.
Can you take this burden today? Can you
I
understand?
forgot something.
What is it?
You're just so dead, homie.
What is it?
Forgot to introduce the podcast.
Easy.
The pod easy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about what day it is. You know what I mean? What motherfucking day it is. It is Monday. All right.
It's PSP time.
January 24th, 2022. Welcome to another episode of Woke and Boke.
It's louder every time. Let's go.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah. I try to get louder every fucking time.
Jeez. Clipping.
Episode 1, 2, 3, to be exact. I am your lovely, handsome, and humble host, Connor Boyd. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Instagram. You may know me from Twitter. You may know me from other shit. Who fucking knows? If you're here, welcome. Okay? As always, I'm joined by my best friends from the Great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. First, we have a non-St. Louisan. He has been on the show several times. And he is a young Woke and Boke militia member, Discord management unit. Marcus Eventide is here today. Marcus, how the fucking frick are you, dude?
I'm well. Question. You said this is episode 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Well, for the folks at home, this episode's coming out on Monday the 24th, but I want it to be known that the day it's being recorded, the date is 1, 2, 3 as well. And that's magical. That's pretty magical.
What?
Just something to think about.
That's
Something to think about.
Tony, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm done.
Tony's like, actually, I could be down for an episode today. And it's I'm here, dude. I'm here.
This vegetable just...
I could be on dialysis in front of a camera. That could be a thing.
Tony's on an iron lung right now.
Also joining us is a little bit more energetic fellow. Not more energetic than Marcus, I mean than Tony. We have the one, the only, the Chuzzer himself, young Uncle Steen the Fifth. Max Sansa is on the show today. Max,
What's up, dude?
how the fuck are you, dude?
I'm just trying to get on the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're on it. It sounds like.
I'm just trying to get with the rest of the class.
Hold on a second. Maybe I can even.
Yeah, you
Maybe I can
just
back
get
here.
yourself down there.
Holy
Let's really.
shit! I'm reaching dangerous levels of Fat Joe lean
This
back.
is like this is like an up when they're just like
Oh, I
too
cannot.
fat to
I
get
will
out of their chair.
completely- Hold
Oh, is that chair top heavy? Is that the deal?
Huh? I'm
that
top
chair-
heavy.
Is that
That's
chair
also
busty? Is that chair
Chair
busty?
busting?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Making me feel a lot better.
What else can I say? Hold on.
Fucking.
Yeah, I like to podcast,
Yeah, dude.
actually. Also joining us is a man who needs very little introduction, but I wouldn't say no introduction because you may not know who he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you may also know who he is. He is the sleepiest, sickest man on the show right now, despite how we look.
Most socially distanced.
Don't
sir.
let images perceive you. Don't let images perceive you, dude. Do not, folks. Do not let
these
the
images
image
tell you.
deceive you. I am a powerful broadcaster and podcaster. Oh my god. I could get used to this shit.
Yeah, straight up. I actually don't
dude.
hate it.
Yeah,
So-
dude.
I feel bad for the
Anyways.
people that listen to this podcast. Y'all need to watch it.
Wow. Biggest facts ever
We're
spoke.
driving them to the YouTube. That's the
Driving
strategy.
this. Tony's like, look, I'm driving on YouTube. Look.
Driving traffic to the
Look,
YouTube.
it's not all bad.
Look, bro.
We have
Visual
young
content.
motherfucking Tony Harrop on the show today.
Yo,
How you doing, big guy? How you feeling?
I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. So that's
Better than I
better.
did.
So that's good.
That's
You
for
know
sure.
what? I just take it one day at a time. I feel better than I did yesterday.
It's the truth. I felt not too
I just
bad
gotta-
yesterday morning though, and I felt worse at the end of the day. So who knows? what this shit,
Damn.
Okay, well,
you know?
that could be any number of things. We don't know. But glad you're here. Glad you're making FaceTime with the people and
It
with
could
us.
just be God's wrath.
I've done that thing by laying in my bed for the past 48 hours. So I was
Very
like,
clean.
I probably could do some, besides like when I was talking with you guys last, like between then and now, just laying in my bed. When was that? I don't even remember. It was all up.
I don't even know, man.
That was
I'm
2 days ago.
I'm so baked this
Okay,
morning.
yeah.
Trish asked me if I wanted eggs. I was like, hell yeah. And then like 5 minutes later, I called in an order for a bacon, egg, and cheese at the corner store.
Oh my God.
And then I went and I got my code and walked up to her. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get a sandwich. And she's like literally cooking me breakfast. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, oh.
Oh.
I was like, well, I'll eat both because I need it. And, you know,
I think I,
I
will
did.
eat both of these.
I'm just a
I
silly
ate
Billy man.
both. Lots of eggs, lots of
Crumpets.
protein.
It's a contain.
Anyways, glad you're okay, buddy. Listen, every week this is what we do, folks. We started this pod with the hopes that we could share our friendship and our frivolity with you, and that's what we do every week. We just get together and catch up as friends. We probably talk about video games every episode, you know, movies, music, manga, anime, comics, fucking current events, fucking internet shit, whatever the fuck you fucking want to talk about. Guess what?
Yeah.
Might
We're gonna
talk about it.
We might talk about it.
But the most important thing is that it's called friendship. It's a friendship vibe to start your week off right. And that's what the fuck this is. Listen,
Based content.
you can subscribe to us on YouTube. You really can if you want to. It's
You can
entirely
follow us.
plausible. It's entirely plausible that you might follow us on YouTube. You could also join our Discord. It's a fun Discord. Marcus is on it. We're on it. We're on it all the time. I mean, I've been playing so many goddamn video games recently. We're gonna get to that, but yeah, I've just been in the Discord all the time. I'm gonna need Left 4 Dead heads to hit me up to play, and also we'll get into that later. But Rainbow Six Siege players, I'm gonna have to get squatted up on.
I'm the first one there.
Oh, I know.
Rainbow Dicks Peas.
True. But listen, you know, you can follow us also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever there's podcasts. You can basically find us so you don't miss a single episode. You can also follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod and Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast. And you can also write into our Gmail, which we have several emails. Luckily, people have been listening. And that would be welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com. So you can hit us up with all your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them all on the show. And links to all these are listed in the show description. So I say that to say this. Welcome to motherfucking Welcome Boke. You're here. How you feeling?
I'm vibing out at this angle, dog. At first it was a bit.
There's
but now
a
it's
worm.
Like, yo,
There's a worm going in Neo's navel right now in Tony's screen.
In Neo's navel. I'm going to take
Neo's
like
navel.
5
Brody seen
Delta 8 gummies real quick.
I'm going to go take 5 edibles.
5?
Real quick. I'll be right back.
Jesus.
Well, then I'm not gonna feel
Wow.
too bad when I go grab a burger in a second because I got a triple quarter pounder waiting in the fridge. Wow. That I'm gonna smash. Took 2 bites of it yesterday. I was like, I can't do this.
A triple quarter pounder? I've got this boy right here.
Mickey
I
D's
for-
boy.
Yeah, well, no, my roommate was just going to get some. I was like, yeah, I guess just give me a double quarter pounder. Give me a triple.
Yeah, when you're sick, you just don't give a fuck. I get it.
Yeah,
When I had
Mr.
I'll
Miracle
COVID,
try
thing.
anything.
I just ate like shit, but that's fine.
Yeah,
Because I
Yeah,
ended up
no.
losing weight, but
I had Taco Bell too.
No, same. I think I lost a few pounds, but like I was cruising on like 1. Oh, by the way, everybody, I had COVID this week, and we think Tony has COVID, but
Yeah, I need to get
we
tested
fucking
still.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had it.
and I had it 2 weeks ago.
I have it, and then Marcus had it 2 weeks ago. So Connor's the only pure one of us.
Connor
but,
is the only one left.
yeah. Holy shit,
Fire.
Yeah, I was cruising on like
cool.
1.
Don't
meal a
lie,
day.
those were Flintstone gummies.
Those are flinties.
Don't off,
Yeah.
dude.
Sounds like you're congested as AF.
Yeah, I'm congested as I'm.
That's I can't believe I'm not I was like a tiny bit yesterday where I had to like clog a nostril with some
It affects
tissue.
everybody differently, bro.
It's funny how like the government doesn't give a shit that you feel this way, Tony. They're like, you should work even though you might get sick. This sick.
Yeah, no, that's the
I
bullshit
think
about the
I-
guidelines. Is I had to decipher them. It was just like isolate for 5 days, and then for the 5 days after that, you can be around people masked up, but still don't like spend time around your family. But you can go to work, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I can work remote. I think if I need to this week. I don't know how it goes. I may get PTO. I just need to get the test that, like, you know, I think they might have.
Confirms.
They did that before. There was like a week or two of, and I had to use that for when I got the.
Are you talking about the COVID sick hours?
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I got the fucking shot, the second shot, like I was out for like a week. That shit fucking. I felt
really?
like
Wait
worse
for a
than-
week?
Yeah, well, 3 days,
Jesus.
3 work days, I think.
So
I
most of the
forget.
week.
It was last year.
So it probably bled into your weekend, and then it's 5 days.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Something like that.
So a
But
work week.
I felt probably worse. I don't know. Probably. I mean, they're very comparable. The experiences, I would say,
Yeah.
because it wasn't like any like nausea or throwing up or anything like that. It was just like headache, fatigue, fever. Just
Did you
like,
get sinus?
And no, not that much sinus either time. So, and no coughing. So that is almost the exact same experience, to be honest. But I think it lasted longer with the other one. At
I
least.
was coughing a bit. I was wheezing.
I like started coughing shit up yesterday, but I think that's just because I've been smoking weed the whole time.
Something
I'm
about
sick.
You dog.
that's fucking tight. Something about you getting it is somewhat reassuring, Tony, because you have way worse asthma than I do.
And I have asthma too, so.
Yeah.
And I was wheezing and
Asthma
coughing, and I
bros.
turned out okay, so. Should be good.
I think I finally caught up on food yesterday because like my whole like chest and like stomach haven't been as like tight. I was just
Yeah.
like yesterday I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck up like 2,000 calories in one meal, and I just fucking gripped just the fattest Chipotle burrito bowl. Talking
See, that's
double
what,
double
that
chicken,
would've been
double
nice.
rice, hit the fajita veg, hit the cheese, hit the fucking double beans. I went off.
Chipotle bowl would have hit. That's what I should have asked
They do come in clutch.
for.
If you still have taste, fucking just order that shit up, and that'll cure you. That'll
A
cure
Chipotle
you.
bottle?
Patole.
I do the Qdober down by my blog.
Similar vibe.
Yeah, I get that double steak bowl with all the shit on it, and that shit smacks. It doesn't fill me up though. Oddly.
Fucking smacks, dude.
Doesn't.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, do you want to talk about content?
John
Because I
Dolius?
got some stuff to say about Booba.
Booba.
About
Booba.
Booba? Get
Booba.
crack into it, my
Booba.
boy.
Young
Bobo.
Boblestein.
Let's get into Boblesteins, the fifth.
Bogletown.
Yeah. Young Bobby Chuck.
Excuse me.
Boberchuck.
Bobby
The
Check.
book of
It's like a
Boba
bunch
Fett.
of Zoomers with like Boba Fett on in the background. Bo-
Damn.
Boba
Boba
Check.
check.
Young
Young
Bobers.
Bobers in the ninth.
Bobalian.
Yeah. Have any of you guys watched any of it? First of all,
No,
Marcus.
it's hard for me to.
My
pay attention to
dad's-
this
I know
shit.
you guys.
My
haven't.
dad's been watching it, and I've been like walking in and out of the room, like and passing by, seeing frames.
Well,
It looks
all I've
Go
seen.
ahead.
All I've seen was the first 10 minutes of the first episode, and
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you. And basically, like it started out right with like young Bobers in the what is it called? He was in the Sarlacc pit, right? And it's grody in there, and it's like, oh damn, it's like a
It
really
is
kind of, like
grody.
intense like setting to open up the scene. Like I want to see him claw his way out of that fucking pit and shit like that. And he like wanders around and he like gets some oxygen from a stormtrooper that's dead in there, and then he turns his flamethrower on,
Ops.
and then it just cuts to like 30 feet away from the pit, and his hand like comes out of the dirt, and he like crawls out of that, and then he just like falls down, and then it's like young Bobers, and then
Young Bobers episode.
and I'm like, bruh, you absolutely like that's the
Young
fucking
Bobers.
scene, bro. The
They
fucking
hit you with Young Bobers after some bullshit.
Young Bobers on the
feed.
I'm saying they absolutely copped out on that. Like the fucking I wanted to see him fucking claw his way out of the Sarlacc pit. Like
I didn't want to see Boba Fett canonically come back to life.
I
Frankly,
didn't want to see it. I'm not saying like regardless of that, because I didn't want that either. Like he died. I think it's the same with
He should have
it's
stayed
ridiculous
dead.
they brought Darth Maul back. But they like that scene could have been really fucking cool, and they absolutely copped out on it. It's like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw.
dude.
and it,
I saw past the first episode, but again, like just bits and pieces. And there's these guys that are driving around the town on these Vespa-looking vehicles that are like colorful, and I was like, that doesn't look like that belongs
Straight up.
in the Star Wars universe at all.
straight up looks like a ride from the county fair that someone wheeled over in an 18 wheeler.
well, the rest of what I saw was like young Bobers is just like laying there, like with and Jawas come and take his armor and sand people take him captive and drag him all the way back to their campsite. And he's crusty as fuck, and then he's just like tied up, and there's like a dog that's like watching, and he tricks it, and he like chokes it out and escapes. But it's all
That's
just
so
like
fucking dumb. Why didn't they base this about what made him great, turned him into a great Boberson?
Right.
Why didn't they do that?
they're just like,
Boberson.
oh, we can just yeah, exactly. And
It is funny
everything
how
was
in,
just
like-
the most flat shit, like
In,
nothing
in Star
exciting.
Wars, Uncle Ben's just like, they're called sand people, and they're fucking disgusting savages that should be murdered on sight. They travel like barbarian sand savages. I'm not referring to any race.
I was gonna say he's talking about the Star Wars sand people,
They're
sand
the
aliens.
sand people. Ne'er a more treacherous creature. They will bite your face off if you get close to them. Oh my God, okay. Sand people, there in their twisted religion, skews them into barbarian fugues. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it looked Assingtons when I saw
assholes.
a clip, little screenshot. It was of the people in the like bright
So you saw that
bright-colored
too? You saw
motorbike.
that
Yeah, it
too?
looks like fucking ass.
Yeah.
Fucking
What the
awesome.
fuck is I doing here?
The whole reason Star Wars is even good is because it's like gritty and grimy a little bit. It's like futuristic, but there's something like real about it. It's not like super clean all the time. And if you do super clean all the time, you've got to make it at least weird like the fucking prequels were.
Before
We've had this conversation a million times.
before pod racing, Anakin had to clean his room.
What happened if Anakin didn't clean his room? He was a slave, but he still cleaned his room because he was a Sigma male grinding every day.
And
The Sigma mindset.
bottom line is, I did not think it was the first 10 minutes did not compel me to watch more of the first episode nor the rest of the series.
Well, at least, the 10 minutes of a show are not important to hook you.
No.
Yeah, no, the first 10 minutes are the least important. Absolutely.
Yeah,
To make someone watch an entire series.
right.
That's ass, to be honest.
Tony
Yeah,
Hawk's
man.
Pro Forklift certified too.
Speaking of TV, you guys have been on your Ozark and Breaking Bad grinds. Two shows that are actually good.
I've been Ozarkian.
Ozark was crazy. Like, yeah, you watched the new episode of the, what is it, season 4?
I haven't. Sit down and spoil.
Any of you?
I'm 4
Don't
episodes.
spoil.
My girlfriend wants to
episodes.
watch Ozark next, so I haven't seen anything of that one.
I'm
but-
trying to get my girlfriend to watch Ozark with me, frankly.
I recommend it, bro. Hometown pride, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Except not at all because it's 3 hours southwest.
Yeah, some of the I've been watching Breaking Bad. I've seen it before, but my girlfriend hasn't, so rewatching it with her.
Nice.
So
I
you're
just got
doing
to
that.
we just got to the part last night where Walt Jr. calls his mom a bitch.
Yo, spoilers!
Sorry.
Dude, yeah.
Spoilers.
It's a pivotal point in the show, bro.
Wow, how ableist to make
Dude,
a
in
person
Ozark,
with
some of the dialogue
That's
does
not
make me
ableist.
cringe, but
He's
just making him say a bad word.
Oh,
So you think
true.
people that are disabled say bad words? Is that what you're trying
disabled
to say?
people are angels. They don't say bad words.
Max,
That's what I'm trying to say.
is Max the one that said that he's watched 4 episodes of Ozark?
Yes.
Does some of the dialogue make you cringe?
Not
Are you talking about the
necessarily.
new season, Max, or
Yeah, the new season.
you've watched 4 episodes of a new season of Ozark?
Yeah.
It's like a
Two times.
nitpick. 'cause It's like a,
I've got to
it's
get
a-
close out. I'm just
it's
got to.
really good otherwise, but like some of the dialogue just makes me
Yeah, it's
roll
like
my eyes. I don't know.
I think the
Something-
vibe has just shifted. Like I was
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
Maddie about this yesterday. Like it feels like Breaking Bad at this point because it's like it feels like that like these drug lord shows like once they get that far into it, it's like as the story progresses and like shit keeps getting more and more fucked up. It's just like
vibe is
the
shifting.
level of stakes and like priorities of all the characters just change entirely.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes from like
Right.
how do we how do we how do we do this, and then it's just like by season 5 they're just like I've killed 17,000 men to build my empire.
I'm a kingpin, and it's
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's like I invented God.
Right.
What the fuck do you think you could do to me? Like it's just
They are in deep. In
and
this
then
new
Jason
season.
Bateman is just like, yeah, honey, I have to kill
You take that
men.
money to a bank, it is going to cost a lot of money, and you're going to have money, and that's not going to be a lot of money. Okay? So give me the money.
You may call me cheap, but I'm planning to buy a person. Okay? I'm planning to buy the United States.
That's a waste of money, honey. That's a waste of money, honey.
Yeah.
Okay?
I just got.
That's a waste of money, too.
It's like, Dad, this is the electric bill.
That's a waste of money, honey.
Waste of money.
Make our own
Why pay
electricity.
that? Why pay that? Well, we could just own the company. Okay. We could just
Okay?
own Amber.
Hi.
We could just own utilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get Trish because we were watching British like miniseries, and I'm trying to get us on that
Young Breaking Battle scene.
Trying to
Have
get
you
off
not
the
seen it?
Sorry, Ozarkians. Ozarkians.
Ozark, yeah, okay.
Circle Steven.
But yo, we should talk about motherfucking. Damn, there's a lot to talk about because I saw a movie this week. I guess I should talk about that first, maybe.
We got to talk eventually about the game we've been playing for
I know.
a week and a half now.
But I see there's a lot of game shit, so let me get this out of the way.
a lot of games.
Anyway, sorry about that. Breaking Bad, Ozarkians. No, I was just gonna mention real quick that saw The Conversation last night at Film Forum. I randomly was just on film. Sometimes I just go to Film Forum's website just to see what's like playing.
That's legendary.
And yeah, you ever do that? And
I wish.
And fucking just like, yeah, it was like, oh, The Conversation's playing right now in theaters on 35 millimeter. And I'm like, fuck. So I had to see it because that's been one that I've been meaning to see for a long time because I know it's a goated fucking movie. Mm-hmm. And it absolutely was. Fucking 1974, Francis Ford Coppola. Let me see where that sits in his sort of timeline there. But yeah, man, I mean, it stars Gene Hackman recording conversation. He's a bugger, he records people's conversations, and he's like one of the best to ever do it. And he records this young couple and realizes that the people who want the tapes may not have the best intentions, as in like they may be trying to kill the couple. And so he starts to get paranoid, and he starts to realize he's being followed and being recorded. And it kind of climaxes in this twist, and it's just an incredible movie. Francis Ford Coppola, directed it in between directing Freaking Stinking. Let's see, you got Godfather. So you got Godfather, then The Conversation, then Godfather Part 2 comes out. So, directed that it came out the same year as Godfather Part 2. So pretty wild.
I was looking that up. Does that star as a young Harrison Ford? I mean, it doesn't star him, but he's in it, right?
It stars a very young Harrison Ford, younger than he was in Star Wars even.
I gotta see that actually. Now. Conversation. I gotta see how young bungles this guy is.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
That is a
very
baby child.
Central in the film, but it's just like super atmospheric and quiet and super intense and like suspenseful. And then there's this really, really fucking good score. I linked the score and also some stills from the movie in the notes. The score is like amazing. Like, it just hits. You just never get fucking sick of it. But yeah, I mean, it's like a completely flawless movie. It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I got to see it on 35 millimeter, which it was like a new print.
Oh, okay.
Like beast. Like
these stills look
crazy.
It on
film. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a
okay,
vibe.
Now I gotta peep it.
Yeah, like the vibe, like just this little him playing the saxophone in his apartment. Come on.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
like they hate how little it takes for us to be happy. Like I see in this room a saxophone, a bookshelf, and a speaker. It's like they hate
that.
They hate
us.
They hate how little it takes to make men happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. For but
this is the 74 equivalent of a folding table and a flat screen.
Literally,
just a saxophone and a speaker.
Couldn't have said it better myself, TBH.
That's what I'm devolving this art to.
The Freaking Stinking, just everything about it from a technical standpoint, storytelling, the screenplay, the acting, it's just top class film. So anyways,
that's tight.
That's all I got for movies. I got another movie that I've watched half of that I'm about to finish, and I'll tell you guys about that later. But like next week, we'll probably want to finish it. But
I meant to catch up on a lot of movies this week, but I just like did not have the fucking attention span for it. I've
been playing a lot of video games, for sure. That's part of the reason I haven't been watching as many movies.
Mm-hmm. You hear about there's a Kanye documentary coming out, something like that?
Yeah, and he posted. I'll post right now the screenshot of what he said on Instagram. It's like he doesn't have creative control over the edit of the film, and it's like, dude, you're a billionaire. How did you not negotiate something better? And also, is it because you wrote a contract with the people who produced the film all the way back in 2000, whatever?
Yeah,
and they got editing say because you signed that a long time ago? So they would then have final cut. It's not a Netflix issue. Like I feel like he's just like that.
Or is he just lying? He could just be lying all the time.
He could be lying.
It could be press.
But it's very much a him thing to give a shit about.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's like, yeah, controlling the editing. That's definitely a Kanye fucking concern.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, they could just put in like slippery, like boing sound effects throughout the whole thing. And he'd probably be like, that's fine, but this cut is fucked up.
Yeah, but I didn't say that. Even though it's footage of me saying that.
I didn't say all that, so why is it in there? It's like, well, it's literally a video of you saying it. Yeah, but I don't want it in there.
Yeah, I also don't want to see a documentary that's approved by Kanye West about himself. I don't want to see that.
That's kind of
That's true.
kind of the
I
point.
don't want to see that shit at all.
Yeah.
I want to see a somewhat objective, sort of Ken Burnsian documentary about his life.
Yeah, because
That's
then
what I
like watch
prefer.
it just turn into a video of just him hanging out with Julia Fox, just 20 minutes of that fucking the room, like where they're all just sitting there, just like pretending to be people.
Yeah, that was weird. They're all like doing like the Sims shit. Just
Like Madonna's still alive for some reason.
They all look.
Madonna's just like, I'm 30. Yeah.
Yeah,
They all
It's
look like
you're a
Drewski
whole
characters.
6-year-old. They do.
she's just like, they
They
unloaded
do.
a bag of oxycodone into my bloodstream
always
for
think-
this.
I always think of just Thanos being like, I do. When Tony Stark's like, you know me? He's like, I do. I just think of him saying that for like anything. Like, they do. They do look like that. They do.
They do. Like
Yeah,
that is the
man,
epitome
but,
of Skinwalker videos.
Yar. Yar. Yeah, man, that's just funny about that. I'm excited to see that if it is good. If it's not, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna subject myself really to that.
Dude,
but it sounds long as shit.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of fucking Skinwalkers, have you guys heard of the Backrooms?
No. What's that?
Okay. So it's like it was like a
Inform me.
creepypasta thing. I'm tossing it in the doc right now. It's at the very end. But it was like a creepypasta thing about like, you know, fluorescently lit like empty office rooms that are just like endless and like are just kind of creepy vibes. And then I found that someone made a YouTube video like straight up made this fucking thing to kind of like immortalize. It's just a fun little watch, but like the vibes are crazy. It's like
You know what's funny is I
like
actually
you
saw this video on my like feed, my recommended on YouTube, but I didn't watch it.
oh yeah, no, it's a fun little watch. Like it's a good like rip through, but like the whole thing is like, yeah, when you clip through reality, you end up in the back rooms, and it's just like, yeah, these like really fucking ominously lit like empty office
bro.
rooms. Yeah, and then like you see like these weird entities like floating around. That,
Oh
like,
shit.
yeah, it's like some like nether fucking weird shit. But it's just a really impressive thing that I came across. That's like,
That's cool.
Well, I'm definitely gonna like watch this. I just kind of skimmed
That was
to.
a crazy thing at the end for sure.
Yeah, I skimmed to the end, but I will definitely watch this just to see the. I love horror, like
yeah, like that's what.
And then there's 80 guys going with the monster right here in the fucking
Yeah, the
in the
reactions.
fucking
Pack room
suggested
reactions.
videos. Yeah, dude, more like back claptions.
Yeah. Skinwalker just made me think of that. So
But real quick,
fun
we
vibe.
got to get into some
did you
video
feel-
juegos here. I don't. We keep talking about other shit, Tony. What are you? What are
Okay,
you?
no, it's not. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. We can talk about video games.
No, go ahead. What is
It's too late. I was gonna say, were you
fantasy
guys
football? Is that what you're gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you guys feeling me with how weird Seth Rogen looks in the Hot Ones?
hold on.
He's
What?
after the video I just watched.
I mean, I have seen the picture of him there.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does look.
it's like it's not what you are.
That's not you,
Seth
man.
Armisen.
Where did you post it?
Stop
Where?
lying to us.
He looks like a
where's the
Mormon.
one.
He just looks
January
like
20th.
Dude, he looks like
Instagram. You're saying?
No, the Hot Ones video, YouTube video.
Dude, I just realized he looks like our
you want me to
ceramics
just look that
teacher
up?
Your ceramics teacher
from high school.
Seth Rogen scorches his tongue while eating hot
Eating
wings.
spicy wings, hot ones.
He's just such a mid motherfucker.
It is
Not
beautiful
his beard
to see.
anymore, though. Now he cleaned up, and it looks like odd.
I'm telling you, he looks like mid.
I'm saying it's great because he just gets to live his life smoking weed forever now. Which he was going to do that ever. He's going to do that anyway.
A rich mid motherfucker.
Yeah, but he just gets to. He doesn't have to do anything.
Him just sitting with some
anymore.
bald guy. Is that the guy that writes the movies with him? Or is that his friend? I don't know.
Just sitting
This is
with
boring
some
as
bald
fuck.
guy.
Let's talk about motherfucking Rainbow Six Siege real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 40 minutes into this goddamn podcast. Let me tell you something. That's the new game for me right now. That Left 4 Dead and New Vegas are like the three that I'm going to be playing the most, probably, in this moment. I know it's like a fucking 7-year-old game at this point somehow, which is wild because I remember the E3 when that got revealed and it was like
Siege?
the dope. Yeah. But man, yeah, Marcus finally got into that game. I think the fact that it's $20 was the only hump. Was like every other game like that is free to play. But what I did notice is that once you do buy the game, you actually unlock operators pretty fast. Like you can unlock. I have like 6 just from playing for a couple days.
Let's go.
And yeah, dude, I just everything about it, just the tension of every game, the fact that it's not like Counter-Strike where it's like this big sprawling map and it's like there's always something defending like 2 rooms and you're always attacking by penetrating a building.
It is a very tactical game. It's like one of the first games in the last 10 years that's like truly tactical multiplayer.
Sounds kind of fire,
it's really fucking sick.
Can I just say
breach
though?
Walls.
I told you so.
No, you did. That's what
like
I was
a
saying.
long time ago.
Of course, and I think the only hump was that like I would have had to buy it.
Yeah,
Is it free now?
no.
And it's just to buy and then play another shooter. When I play basically every single one of them, was like, but it looks so sick, and I still remember that saying that being like wildly impressed by that E3 presentation when it first was teased.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't launch like that, I remember just thinking like, holy shit, this is like one of the most badass things I've seen. And I think that was like when I was in high school. So it was pretty long ago. But yeah, man, I'm fucking addicted to it. Like the way that loadouts, each operator has their own loadout.
Yeah.
You can't just have any gun. It's really sick how each operator does their own sort of special. That's not overpowered at all. It's really well balanced. If you shoot someone like 3 times in the chest or once in the head, they die instantly.
Yeah, any weapon in the game, once in the head, they're dead right away.
That's fucking crazy. There's all kinds of traps. There's all kinds of I'm really impressed how many fucking cool ass maps there are. That's what makes it addicting. Is that
the maps are great.
The maps are phenomenal. Like,
map
and
will
you'd think, okay, a game where there's basically 2 bombs and there's an attacking and defending side. And that basically the sides are, if you're attacking, you're coming from outside of a building in, and then defending, you're in and building barricades and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's like what the game is balanced around. I mean, you'd think that would get old, but the way all the buildings have their own intricate kind of like layouts and they're always in a different setting, and you can always do a different operator, and it's always just kind of like a crazy draw the hat, which operators they're going to have and which you're going to have. I mean, it's just like, it's infinite replayability. I see why it's like had so much staying power.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be
really
like Counter-Strike, how it's like just a perpetual title. They're not going to come out with Siege 2. It's just going to be Siege. Just forever.
Right. As it should be.
Yeah, it's a dope game.
It's the new way to do it.
It's really impressive, man.
It's kind of like GTA. It's like, what are they going to do? You know, like, is there going to be another one? I think there is, but Does it need to be?
I mean,
I mean, to give you an example, real quick, Max, just to cut you off, but
Fuck you.
fucking or not to cut you off, but
no, you to do it.
to do it. Like being able to rappel down the side of a building upside down. So like you're walking facing the ground, and then like you can look left and right upside down,
can lean.
like over a ledge, or like you can blow up a window and then upside down go through that window and shoot people in hallways, like through the like it's. And you can rappel up to any rooftop if there's like a clear flat wall. You can just rappel up, and you can just start climbing. You can go left to right too. You can aim like all the way around. It's fucking crazy.
And the walls on the inside of all the buildings are mostly soft walls, so you can destroy them how you want. You can barricade them with a metal wall so that they can't be destroyed unless they have a hard breach. Or you can use the soft wall thing to your advantage if you know you have a good angle. If you just like shoot a hole in one part of the wall and you're like right there waiting for like some guy to come up the stairs or whatever. Like there's so many things that you could do with that.
The destructibility is
building.
insane. Everything is so destructible. It's insane.
Yeah.
Some of the walls you can literally, with some of the guns, since your bullets are so small, it will go hole by hole by hole by hole, but you will actually have a line of fire through that. Like you will actually be able to shoot through it, and you can make all these different sight lines and shit. And it feels so real. It feels like it's the realest like tactical SWAT shooter experience ever, because it's 5v5. And the one thing that's really impressive, more than any fucking game I've ever played, it probably has the most impressive footstep spatial audio.
Yes,
out of any fucking game.
Yeah.
It is
makes
so
you feel
real,
like Spider-Man.
it makes you feel like Spider-Man.
It makes you feel like
Makes you
Spider-Man.
feel like Skull Guy.
School guy.
Skull Guy LLC.
No, it's true. That's a game you play headphones on both ears because you want to know like what you're hearing and where it's at.
Yeah, like honestly, the game is fun to play. With like while you're hanging in like the chat on Discord, but when I've been like just turning the lights off and locking in on it and shit, it's just like it's the realest fucking shooter ever, dude.
It's literally the reason I built a PC, because I have another friend group I used to play Siege with a lot, and it was the whole reason I bought a PC, because it's not cross-platform. So I had it on my PlayStation.
I think it is.
No, I don't think it is.
It said crossplay when I was searching for it, but
When I was searching for it.
They're saying it's going to be added, but I don't think it's part of it yet.
okay.
It will
Well,
get added.
That game, just can't recommend that enough. If you guys want to play it with us, please, it's $20 on Steam. I will play it with you. We'll chat. We'll party up. I'm trying to get a 5-player squad. Run some
I'm
ranks.
fucking
That might
there,
be fun.
dude. I love that game.
Yeah, that would
I'm
be
there.
fun.
Run some
Yeah,
games.
and I feel like even though they clearly have like we got to keep putting out operators or we'll fucking go out of business. Like, so they're just making up all this random shit. All of them seem pretty balanced. None of them the only ones that are like, what the fuck, are like the shield guys that like have a shield the size of a door and you can't shoot.
Yeah,
them.
they get banned a lot. So for Max and Tony, what they have is operator bans. So whenever you play, before you even get to the match, each team gets to ban an operator that the other team can't use. And a lot of the times the shield operators get banned because they're kind of bullshit. But
That's probably ranked,
OP.
which I have not played yet. But
you're probably playing newcomer, huh?
I'm playing just casual
I
or
think
whatever.
once you get
match thing. Quick
to,
play.
I think it's like level 20 or something, then you can play unranked and ranked. But I think
Right.
when you're brand new, you play newcomer, which is good because it's a lot of new people, so it's not as hard. Because the game is super hard when you play with people who fucking do nothing else but play that game.
I mean, I can imagine, because if you know no room in that game is safe. Like, like that's the other cool thing is you can breach into any room. It's just you got to know where and how.
Yep.
But you get used to it eventually, because most of the characters, most of the operators at least have something that attaches to a wall or something that breaches a wall. So you can have that equipped, and then if a wall has an icon,
And
like that wall's soft, I can shoot through it.
And for Max and Tony, what's also cool about the game is each operator has a phone, and what you can do is you can swipe through all the cameras if you're on the defending side. So there's like street light cameras outside the building, And if you're an attacker, you can shoot them. But if they don't shoot them, you can see, like, sometimes you can get an angle on where they're entering the building, so you know which side to defend and like how you want to, you know, hole up in the building, which room to pick. And then also attackers get little drones or little 2-wheel guys, and you can drive into the building ahead of time before the attack and try to figure out what the defending team is doing. So it's like it's crazy how, like,
it all happens so fast too. Like, you don't even have that much time to prepare it. I think it's like 20 seconds you get
very
on
quick,
each side. To the attacker side, they all start in the little Roomba fucking drones that you try to find the bombs in the building. That's what you do every round when you're an attacker. And then if you're a defender, you're just fortifying for 20 seconds.
Yep.
And then the humans spawn on the attacker side after 20 seconds, and they just swarm in.
Yep.
And it's just like, and you fucking, there's fucking dedicated buttons for doing leans.
Yeah.
Like, it's the easiest game to lean in. You know, like other games, it's like kind of weird. Like, you got to press like a button combination to lean.
Yeah.
This one, just like, it's so easy to pop into a lean. And just like, you're just like fucking holding angles and being so fucking.
And on keyboard, it's
just,
literally Q and E.
man.
It's Q and E right next to
It has like a layer of almost role playing to it. That's how you know it's like a good game. It's like Left 4 Dead, where it's like the nature of the game, the mechanics of it kind of force you to role play.
And it forces team cooperation, because it's not like Call of Duty. You can't just run up and just run into a room and start shooting, because you will die immediately. You will get shot. You will get shot.
And every time you kill someone, it feels like you really like.
Yeah, and they don't respawn until the round ends. So
Yeah.
Does it usually ends up though where it's just like you wiping out the other team, not disarming the bomb, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's like
one way to do
Counter-Strike,
it.
where there's multiple levels of like, and there's a diffuser. If you drop it, you can't plant. You can't, because it's like, it's not planting a bomb; it's planting a diffuser. It's just
yes,
like,
yeah,
it's
that's
random,
right.
But it's literally the same as Counter-Strike. But anyways, I don't want to.
Great game.
I don't want to. I could talk about that for a lot longer. But fucking, what's going on with Dark Souls 3?
Well, they shut down the servers now, and from what I've read about it was there's like a security exploit in the PC version of the game that affects the online component. So it's like, but the person who discovered it wasn't a hacker. It was like someone who just, I guess, a non-malicious person discovered it. So as of today, From Software shut down the PC servers for Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 to figure it out, because it basically could, it's an exploit that leaves your computer open to like a DDoS attack and like your information, all that kind of shit. Which, like, I've never been huge on Dark Souls PvP, so my response was like, okay, I'll just turn my fucking internet off when I play it then. But but I think they're taking it seriously now. So my main concern was Elden Ring. So because I don't know if I'm going to buy it on PlayStation or PC yet. Probably PlayStation. But but this is good to know, because I'm sure once I beat it on PlayStation, I'll want to play it on PC because the mods will probably be out by the time that be in development by the time I beat it on PlayStation. So anyway,
Okay, if I play these motherfucking games, should I get, because I want to get, I have my PS4 controller, but the latency is janky. Should I buy just an Xbox wired controller? What should I do?
Do you have your charging cable, right?
For PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that, I guess.
Just do that for the time being and cop Dark Souls 3 on CD keys for like $12. But like, but if that Bluetooth thing is giving you trouble, just get like an extension or something for it so that it like sits on your desk. Because that was the problem that I had for a while. Because those little tiny guys don't have very good range. But when I had it on my desk, I was able to use it without problems. But
true say.
Yeah, I need to do some cable management back here also.
Since I use a Wi-Fi card now, my Bluetooth runs through that and it has a better range on it.
I need to get one of those.
Anyway,
but yeah, Dark Souls 3. That would be the place to start.
That game is
I would also start with Sekiro. That one looks
is sick.
attractive to me.
That one is fire. It just doesn't go on sale as much. But it is a great, 3 and Sekiro are a great starting point. Look, man, I just don't want you to spend $60 on a game that makes you want to kill yourself. Like, that's all I'm saying. is like
It'll make you feel that way.
I bought Dark Souls 3 for $60 and then I sucked at it for the first week. I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys just need to get good. Maybe that's what
That's
it is.
the- that's
I'm
the-
not good at video games. I'm just kidding.
That's the motto of the whole community. Get good.
Of the DS community.
No, legit. Yeah, get good. It's their.
That's funny.
It's
The dong
thing.
slap community.
Yeah, that's pretty real. Tony, you want to be on the show for a couple of minutes? What's going on?
Well, you're talking about a bunch of video games that I haven't played, so what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, that's
I'm not
true.
listening to about
Better
it.
to just not interject
If
at
you
all.
had,
I asked about Rainbow Six. What are you talking
if
about?
you had a graphics card, you might have more games to talk about, Tony.
No.
Oh wow, Marcus, what the fuck
You
is
got one
wrong
for
with
sale
you, dude? That's
for a
crazy.
good price?
Dude, the market's only worse now. It's kind of fucked.
Yeah, it's
Right.
It's fucked.
The graphics card market is actually not improved at all. I've learned in the last couple days. They just keep releasing new fucking products that no one can get instead of just producing a bunch of the regular ones.
Yeah,
Anyway.
dude.
Frustrating.
For
Frustrating.
real.
This is capitalist
Frustrating.
hell. It's great. Oh, I found the PSP, by the way. I found this guy.
Capitalist.
Yeah, did it charge?
It's charged and it works, and it's got Kingdom Hearts
You're
Birth by
fucking-
Sleep in it. It's actually stuck
my
in there.
God.
So,
I'm fucking jealous.
dude, I was playing it last night. It was kind of wild. Like I forget how like legendary this fucking piece of device is. Like the
I
screen
played,
alone when it came out.
Battlefront on it.
Huh?
Yeah. I said I played Battlefront on it a lot. Yeah.
Mine
It
broke
was
when I
fire.
got it. But yeah, I
Yeah.
used to play a lot of Battlefront on that shit.
Yeah, because this I got from a gentleman that we went to school with. Because I forgot where because I have your broken one because that was the one that I first tried.
No way,
and then-
you do?
I do, but I don't know where it is because it was broken. I tried to fix it for a while.
Bro,
No fool.
I need to get that back and go get it fixed.
Yeah,
myself.
if I find it, I'll get it to you.
Tony, check the
fucking
bottom of the
man.
show notes.
But this one,
check the bottom of the show notes.
this shit works. I might jailbreak it and get like a micro SD to memory stick converter.
Marcus, is that good though?
That's the one I have.
2060?
For
Yeah, but is it even
619.
good?
I'll do that.
It's good.
Newegg.
New Eggersons.
Actually, it's not the one I have. It's better than the one I have. That's a
Really?
2060. I have a
this?
1660 Super.
You know when it ships from the US? Damn, what the fuck? These are in stock? What the fuck? And that is expensive.
Yeah,
though.
Max. Newegg.
Yeah, but Newegg, like usually it ships from China and it's like $900 over. MSRP.
Some of their stuff does.
Yeah.
Listen, you fellers. Do you want to break into some of these emails
Newegg
we
is
got?
legit.
The Screamails?
Some welcome Boke emails.
Let's
Who wants
do
to do
it,
some of that?
brother.
Tony, you down?
Yeah, let's do it.
You might be asked a question. Are you prepared to answer?
Are you prepared to answer?
Yeah.
Are you prepared to answer for your crimes?
Are you prepared to answer this question we have for you?
Okay, you fucking ding
You
dongers.
fucking dingleberry.
Fucking whoa! This is. Okay.
Is it a fat one?
Wow. This is defending Spider-Man: No Way Home. This
Oh,
is paragraphs long, my friend.
Poor bastard.
This comes to us from Luis.
Gotta get
What is
lit
up,
up.
boys? I heard your most recent episode, number 122, and you mentioned no one emails in, so I figured I got to stand up for Spidey. Referring to, you know what? I'm going to get some water. This is going to take a while. Give me one second. You guys talk.
Water
Take it-
break.
It's gonna be a thick rib skin. Yeah. But damn, yeah, I guess okay, yeah, a lot of these shit from Hong Kong still. Because let's see, 2060 for like $600. I paid like $520 for my 3060.
You paid $520 for your 3060?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was like a year ago. And that was at a store.
I know you went. You really did get lucky. You just showed up at the right time.
Yeah. I really do wish I had a 3070 because fucking Ian was like, yeah, I got a 3080. I'm like, I want to kill you and take
Yeah,
it.
I know, right? Tony,
want to
realistically, if you could buy a graphics card and it would be at your house by the end of this week, how much money would you be willing to spend? How much?
Okay.
I mean, it's not really in the cards right now.
Okay.
Tony, what?
What
are we talking
as much
about?
as I would need to spend, spending like $500-600 minimum. Right?
Minimum. I was asking Tony how much he's willing to spend on a graphics card.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
not.
Tony's
It's
got the
not
guap
far
for it
off
right
that
now.
I would be able to do that, but it's like I couldn't. It's not a this week type
He
situation.
has
No,
better
for sure.
investments,
I wish.
frankly. He's making. I'm not gonna lie. He's got good plays going on. All right. This comes from Luis. Basically, he says, "So I figured I got to stand up for Spidey." Referring to episode number 119. I'm a pretty big Spider-Man stan, so I'm definitely biased. But No Way Home was so far from mid. I just watched it for a second time. This may be the only email we read. It's long. I just watched it for a second time in theaters yesterday, actually. I'm going to hit a bunch of points here because I'm bored. Address whatever you want. Okay, let's see some of these points. Number 1, someone mentions if you take out Andrew and Toby, the movie is bad. You talk about Toby being dead-eyed and being similar to Mark Hamill appearing in the new Star Wars projects. I would agree Toby is mostly just there for fan service, and it allows his villains to appear, Doc Ock and Goblin being large highlights of the movie. But for Andrew, this is one of his favorite. This is one of his favorite roles, and is more cathartic for him. It also allows some redemption for his betrayal of Spidey. I think most fans would agree he was a great Spider-Man. It's just that the plots of his movies were straight dog ass.
That's true.
Not any of his fault. I would even argue taking Toby and Andrew out of the movie would have made it even better. Obviously, box office sales wouldn't be as high since having those two is a major draw for nostalgia reasons. But
That's an argument I wasn't
but
expecting.
they are really only there as the backup helm for Tom Holland. As you said, they don't do much in the movie. In the comics, Spidey often battles the Sinister Six completely alone. I think watching him struggle and somehow manage to win a 6-on-1 fight is much more entertaining and proves his strength, wit, and character. I'd agree with that, actually.
I agree with that. And they robbed us of a true Sinister Six battle. It was like 5
Right.
of them, and it was barely.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't like. I don't know. Like, they fought him individually, and none of the fights were that. Like, I don't know. They really have failed to blow me away with some Spider-Man action in a way that's like as impressive as like the train scene. Even
Train scene.
Look at how this
train-
motherfucker's going off now. We mentioned Marvel movies.
The
Fucking catatonic the whole episode, and then you mentioned Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, and honestly, we did not get a true Sinister Six story.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, because that was the one part I didn't like about it is they cheapened it by making like most of the villains easily captured in like the first part of the movie. And you're right, like we could have had a Sinister Six battle thing, and it could have been sick. But I felt like you could feel that they when they made the movie, like, oh, that's too big of a scope for this. Like we can't do that if we wanted to. And it's like you could feel that lack of confidence almost in the way that the story panned out, I guess.
Yeah, he's got
And I'll also say
5 more
the
points
final-
here, so
Go ahead.
We want to just crack through these real quick. Well, go ahead though.
I was gonna say the final battle is just like this in this dark construction site setting, just like in Spider-Man 3, and nothing. Like there was one cool scene. It was when the 3 Spider-Man like run off the thing together, and they swing around and they all land in cool poses next to each other. That's like the only like memorable thing that happened in that. And Toby getting stabbed, and then he doesn't die.
Very
He's just, like,
unmemorable.
up.
The whole thing.
He does die.
He does, and he does die.
He does
that's
die.
true.
The fight with the Goblin was cool, but like
Yeah.
He goes on to
more
say
points.
the mirror dimension fight scene with Doctor Strange versus Spider-Man. You think this is the best fight scene? How? I feel like I always hear you guys talk about how movies are
Absolutely.
just CGI crap, yet your favorite fight is the CGI geometry clusterfuck? I mean, it was cool for sure.
Yeah.
But the hand-to-hand fight, because I'm tripping my dick off, bro.
Yeah, it
But
was sick because it was so overdone. That's why it was sick.
Fucking mushroom afterglow, and this shit is hitting. That's why, dude. But hand-to-hand fight in the apartment with the Goblin is done so much better. What? Sorry, dude. I'm just that's my reaction
When
to your opinion.
he's talking about when he's in the apartment, he's beating the shit out of him.
There's actual
that was
emotion
cool.
and
It was fine.
consequences from the Steadicam beginning where his spider sense goes off and everything. Everything's in a sort of shell shock to Tom bashing in Willem Dafoe's face while he laughs and finally leading to Aunt May's death. Spoiler alert, by the way.
I mean, that whole plot. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna. Yeah, let me finish this real quick.
Finish it up.
There's like a lot more sentences. Paying the price for trying to do the right thing. I don't think Aunt May dying is a cop out. It's one of the main attributes of the character. Peter Parker always suffers for the good of the others. Thinking him being mad and then being strong enough to kill Gobby is dumb. He's always strong enough. But the lesson here is learning that he can't take it that far, even though he physically can. Andrew mentions earlier that after Gwen died, he stopped pulling his punches and got bitter, which is a hilarious soundbite that's been used on TikTok and like bodybuilding montages. Like, I stopped pulling my punches. I got bitter. It's like dude curling. Anyways, Toby stops him from the regret of killing Norman, and now no one remembers him. This, along with graduating high school and going to college, I see as a symbolic graduation of sorts from Spider-Boy to Spider-Man. He has gained knowledge, advice. But once again, this is all shit they could have done without all that bullshit. He has gained knowledge and advice from alternate versions of himself, evolved his superhero prowess through the other movies, and we finally got with the great power line that will drive his character from now on. And now he's all alone and will need to apply these lessons. Okay, there's 3 more points here, but they're very short. As for mention of where's Goblin's costume in the apartment scene, the Green Goblin mask helmet was not very well liked at the time of the original Spider-Man. I think that's why they showed it on the highway scene, then broke it. Goblin has never worn anything like that in the comics. It's more of a cloth, skin-tight mask. Plus, Willem Dafoe has such an eccentric, expressive face already. LOL. Solid point. Toby's Spidey being stabbed. Iron Man was stabbed by Thanos and was fine. I think it's safe to assume a person with actual superpowers will be okay. I agree. Him dying might have been more impactful, but we got that lesson with Aunt May dying from his actions. Plus, I heard somewhere that one of Toby's stipulations for appearing in the movie was that his future after his OG 3 movies and after No Way Home not be fleshed out too much. He wanted his character to be open-ended. Okay, addressing why Venom was there, cool. even though he didn't know Peter was Spider-Man. If you rewatch the end of Venom again, post-credit scene, I think the symbiote says that he contains knowledge from across the multiverse that would explode Eddie's head or something like that. So while Eddie or Venom personally did not meet Peter, the Venom from Toby's universe knew him. So with that cross-multiverse hive mind symbiote knowledge, they were brought over with the spell. When Spider-Man appears on the TV in Eddie's hotel, Venom even goes up to the screen and recognizes him. It's crazy to me that you complain that all Marvel movies are formulaic, yet shit on this one because it's not following the formula. No offense. Anyways, shut the fuck up real quick. I gotta tell you, I love the pod. Keep the eppies coming and I'll type out another essay if I get bored again. Your boy, Luis. Thank you for that long contribution to our inbox, man. We do appreciate that. That was beefy. What do you guys think of all the points he laid out?
It was
allow me to be the first to say
go ahead, Max.
I disagree. I think you're wrong. I just think you're wrong. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. It's mid. It's a mid movie.
Middleton's
that's how they're made. They're just mid. It's not even a thing that you can quantify with like points and ideas. It's a Marvel movie made in 2021.
But why though? Like the fight scene he was talking about, like that. Like, let's address like the points he was making though. Like the fight scene. The whole, first of all, plot element of him being like, I'm gonna sneak these 5 supervillains into Happy's apartment, and nothing's gonna go wrong.
Loft.
And
he's unrealistically fucking dumb. It's tedious and poorly written. There's no depth to it. There's no character there. It's just dumb. It's one dimensional. Like what offsets that? What's his motivation apart from that? Apart from I'm such an iconic character. You don't have to have any person underneath it. What's there apart from that?
That's true.
That I love Zendaya. That I want to go to MIT or whatever the fuck.
the intro of the movie dragged to, or not the intro, the first act or whatever. I'm getting into MIT and stuff. That was,
and it's like it feels hollow because we don't care about it. Like Ned is the favorite because he's the only one who's just weird, has interesting things to say.
He's a nerd.
Zendaya is like a genius, as is Peter, and like together they're just like two completely kind of like personality-less characters.
They're just attractive, smart
This is what
teenagers.
mid is.
They're not relatable.
And this Doctor Strange shit wasn't mid because some genius animator came up with fucking crazy shit to do, which was which is actual talent, and also.
That's some of the best Vigi Stimmy.
Bend your dick Cuminer as fucking is a good actor too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to address
the
goblin mask thing that he was talking about. I think it's just one of those things where over time we've accepted it because they're saying that the mask wasn't liked originally. Right, that was his point.
Yeah, but it's good looking.
But I mean,
back, though. It's iconic.
Over time, we've accepted like that's cool looking, right? Like even if at the time it wasn't accepted, it's kind of what we expected. Now with him coming back, and then they got rid of it. So I just think it's one of those things where it was originally not cool, but then it became cool. So don't like defend the original. I don't know, original stance on it.
No, well, I don't remember if when we previously talked about it, if I complained about the costume change. I thought they did a cool job with.
No, I don't think you
how he looks
about
after
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I think they did because I didn't expect him to have like a fucking green mask that was like skin tight, but like. Obviously,
right? Because that would be way more stupid. People would be upset about that because you go, okay, we're pulling him from his universe, but now he suddenly has a different costume. Like that would be way more dumb. I get that's not how he looks in the comics, but it's already the character's made. He exists, so you got to bring him in as he comes. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
And they also are like, oh, we got to make 2 different versions of Goblin in this movie, so we have 2 different versions of toys to sell, right? Always part of it.
It's always about toy sales at the end of the day. That's the biggest market.
Do kids even play with toys?
Action figures?
You know, I don't even know.
What else was he saying now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Goblin's costume, Toby Spider being
the
stabbed.
Venom thing, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining.
I mean,
the Venom
it's
thing.
not. It's not.
I thought Toby and Andrew did both did good jobs though. Like looking like it, you know, like
they did their job. I mean,
I just think they're
both better actors than fucking Tom Middleton,
Tommy
which
Holly.
is funny that
Once
his
again-
last name is Middleton. Isn't that his name? Tom. Oh no, it's Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, Middleton.
Tom Holland.
Tom Middleton is what his real name is.
You're thinking of Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But Tom Middleton is not Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's a good actor. Tom Holland is
Tom Holland's
young
middle name
Middleton
is
the
Stanley.
ninth.
Look, okay, thinking back now, all of the fight scenes. Okay, so the Electro fight scene in like the forest or whatever, the power lines, the apartment fight, the last fight. They're all in like at night, and they're nothing like. You know that there's not that much Vigi Stimmy.
There's not that much. It's
And
really
so
not that on that Vigi Stimmy.
The bridge fight scene though was cool with Doc Ock. It was in the daytime. Oh, so you know maybe there's a correlation there. And then the Doctor Strange like mirror dimension fight was the coolest shit in the entire movie.
Yeah, dude. Sorry to tell you. The only really like wow, that's dope moments were probably the mirror dimension fight and the fucking 3 Spider-Men swinging all together at once in one shot.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. The
That's
bridge
it.
fight scene was
One
cool
of
too
the-
with Doc Ock. It's a good first fight scene.
Like, what are you spazzing about? I'm sorry, maybe not spazzing. What are you freaking out
love you.
about?
Thank you for the email. Yeah.
One of the
No, I'm saying
things that
people
I
in
think
general
that-
who like this movie a lot.
Oh,
that
okay,
doesn't get
okay.
talked about enough, or it's like underrated, is how the first, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, they like focus on the Gothic architecture of New York, and that feels like very Spider-Man to me for some reason. And I don't think that the Garfield and definitely not the Holland, you don't get that at all.
No, like you got to understand,
Especially the violins in the first movie when it starts.
Spider-Man 1, at the very least, Spider-Man 1, if not also Spider-Man 2. I believe Spider-Man 1 and 2. Spider-Man 3 we don't talk about, but Spider-Man 1 and 2 like are actually good movies before they're Spider-Man. They're just good movies.
Yes.
They're well written, they're well acted. The story, it's like well edited, well paced. It's exciting. You're fucking engaged the whole fucking time. It's like magical. It's a magical story. It's like Harry Potter. It's movies, like that level shit.
Let me put it this way. Marvel is the Assassin's Creed of movies.
Yeah.
Like the first two, you can't touch them. You just fucking can't. Because it was just like, wow, this is a new thing. Like this is a fucking beautiful, wonderful, like thought out, new mechanics, wonderfully made, high budget, like good acting, good story, good meat in the middle. And then it started happening every fucking year. And it's not, and no matter what you try to do to it, the formula itself has limited you to always never achieving anything above mediocrity, because you've cemented this vibe of just like, oh, this is a Marvel movie, so expect some quips and quirks and fun stuff, and then there's going to be a lot of fight scenes. It's really long, and we're in a big city. We're going to destroy a bunch of shit. Tony Stark is going to show up, and he's going to be like, and then or John Favreau is going to do that or something, and then it's just, and then it's going to end, and you're going to leave, and you're like, holy shit, it was the greatest thing ever. Never minding the fact that like half of the characters were clipping through the fucking floor the whole time. Like it's just like. It's just shit where you're like, you look for reasons to be like, no, see, this one's different. It's better because this. They're all this. And it's just like
they're all mid.
You can't escape the fact.
I'll say though,
It's mid, folks.
It was the best. It was the best superhero movie of the year. That's not saying much.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. I'm gonna watch Eternals because it's on Disney Plus now, and I'm gonna see how
give it a rip, sure. I went to see that in theaters.
Damn awful that shit is.
Yeah.
That's what I should watch. Right after watching The Conversation, like probably one of the greatest films I've ever seen in my life. Maybe one of the best like in theater film experiences of my life. And then watching Eternals on Disney Plus on this computer.
I'll join you on that for sure.
It would be tight.
I'm in on that.
Yo, is there anything else left to say? I mean, get this guy out of here, Luis. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
What was his name again?
Luis, I believe.
Luis or
Louis?
Thanks for trying to convince us. You failed.
The Venom shit is, you got me there. I mean, I guess.
Got me.
Though the
you're never
going
gonna know what hit him.
I just want to say that it just felt like they were like, what if we put Venom in it? And then they derived a way to do it instead of like making it make sense. But
and they were like, they're never going to know
this
what
guy
hit
says
him.
at the end, he goes, it's crazy to me that you complain that all Marvel movies are formulaic, yet shit on this one because it's not following the formula. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm shitting on. I'm shitting on the fact that like it is so formulaic. Like, it's the most formulaic shit. It's like, every line, like Tony said, is going to be met with like a fucking quip to go after it. And it's Marvel as shit. They're not adding anything crazier about it. It looks the same as they've been making these movies look the exact same since like Civil War. They look exactly the same. Since Ultron, since Avengers, for 10 years now, they've made the movies look exactly the same.
Well, just none of them have any edge, besides since Civil War, besides Endgame and Infinity War, where people actually died, or Tony got stabbed.
But even then, that shit was not that deep. It wasn't like fuck. Like the only time that's why Infinity War and fucking Endgame are really my only favorite Marvel movies of recent, because they feel epic. There's like all this because all the characters are there, and sort of the weight of that. The stakes make it more epic.
Edited so well in that they balance so many fucking characters. Without it feeling like a mess.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
all just so
pretty easy to
fucking
watch.
family friendly, dude. That's the
That's what I'm
big
saying.
thing.
None of it has any edge.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
Like,
the-
remember the
Where's
Wolverine game?
yeah,
Not even
Slice
the movie,
off
but the
of her
game.
Yeah.
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 That shit was brutal. That shit
Yeah.
ripped.
The
That's
the
it.
new
That's all I got.
Everyone's sick.
I,
the
I had
new
it for
Moon Knight
PS2.
show looks like it has a completely distinct tone from everything else that they've done in the past like few years.
What does?
So I'm gonna rip it. It's got Oscar Isaac in it.
Oh, Moon
Ex
Knight?
Machina?
Yeah, it looks like kind of gritty and like
Yeah.
it has a like I don't know.
I saw a trailer and it looked good. I
I
was
watched
like,
the
oh,
first
this looks actually dope. And he's kind of like the Batman almost of Marvel. I mean, you could
Yeah,
say
he's
Daredevil is the Batman of Marvel too, but it looks dope.
Moon Knight's got more like he's more like Egyptian mythology and
Yeah.
got some like some mystic powers, but he's like a billionaire and he's also got like multiple
And Oscar Isaac's a good actor.
Yeah, Oscar
Oh,
Isaac.
yeah.
He's got
So
like an accent or
that
something,
might
doesn't it?
actually turn out to be pretty good.
Yeah,
And
so
the
I'm gonna-
costume design looks great. I mean, it looks exactly like the comics to me. So
Yeah, it looks cool. The other fucking shows,
Husky
though,
Izzy.
all of them, I have no inclination to watch any of them.
neither do I.
They're like oof.
But
Husky
listen,
Izzy.
fellas, I think that's what you call a fucking episode. Welcome, Boke. I think we can cap it there, ladies and gentlemen, and people of non-binary identifications. Have a great fucking week. If you're listening to this, write into us, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, with your comments, even if it's just love. We appreciate all of it. Follow us on Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube if you don't already. We just really appreciate it, man. This has been a good time. Marcus, thank you for joining us, as always.
Of course, always fun. And y'all
Thank you,
better
sir.
start subscribing to the YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm going to start pressing some
absolutely.
folks in the Discord. I'm going to at you straight up. Are
coming
you
for you.
subscribed? Are you subscribed?
He's some
Folks, he's coming.
Do it right now. It's free.
That's the energy we need. I'm fried, and I'm going to play some Rainbow Six. So that's what I'm going to do.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Go back to sleep.
I'm going to chill for like an hour and then get to some of these tasks and chores.
Accomplished tasks.
Yeah.
Pesky Chorsentons.
Anyways, this has been motherfucking Woken Bokers. Thank you guys for listening. Fire ass up and peace the motherfuck out.
Please.